D106. I keep doubting myself. I think it's because D105 was so long. I just checked. Charles is all good. Week 16, year 2025. Let's go Idaho. Gotta be careful, guys, because I'm in the tower. You wouldn't know it unless I told you. The weather outside is really bad. Um, the weather outside is frightening. Um, so basically, it's a couple of minutes past 6. I've already made my first call and done a quote, but I've got to crack on now. So let me just send this out. Did I even set up this thing? Oh, you're supposed to be over here, my darling. Not supposed to be over there. So yeah, man, gotta get this shit done. Nobody's gonna do it for me, you know. Simple as that. Sounds crazy doing calls at 6 a.m., but that's how I start my business. And this car is not stopping and turning around and going back to Korea. It's on its way. What day are we on? Day 106. I didn't cancel it. Oh, you cancelled it. I really want this office as well, but it is what it is. Right, if I can do 6 or 7, 7 till 8, 8 till 9, I'd be in an invariably strong position. Uh, if I'm being honest. Save that template, my brother. Let's get this quote across to Imran. So I've got a scheduled quote, so 0528. Good morning, Imran. Somebody messaged back on the weekend from my quotes and said, "Oh, we've got an M402," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I can quote for that." My prices have come down recently for that, and they were like, "Your prices are not. We get a better price." I was like, okay, obviously they do, but still, I tried to make an effort. There we go. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, hiya. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was hoping for permission to leave my contact details and my prices on email. Yeah, would that be okay with yourself? Oh, thank you very much. What would the best email address be for yourself? Is it the store one? 01236 at .mcd.com? Yeah, no, I only did that so I could see how well we worked as a team. That's the only reason I did it. But but I never know when to say it though. I know. Listen, I bet you haven't received a sales call at this time in the morning, have you? Really? I used to. Well, in actual fact, when I started my business 8 years ago, I actually started making calls at 5 o'clock in the morning. So when you say you'd be surprised, you'd probably be like, there was this kid called Charles in Cardiff that used to make them at 5 a.m. And yeah, it's me, 8 years ago. 100%, 100%. So for me, I always say to people, because I've done this for 16 years, and I always say this to people, I promise not to do your head in. So once, yeah, well, I won't. You won't be getting anything from me. But the reason I've called is because I was going to ask if I could just leave my prices. The email that I send over, it's got the newest laser printer, the 4002, the HP LaserJet Pro. Do you know if you have that one, or do you have the M404, or do you have an older one, the M402? Yeah, perfect, perfect. What was your name, by the way? Oh, you're not giving it? Oh God, okay. Well, my, no, no worries, no worries. N- I hope I would. I'm trying to get a good reputation. Who sent you dodgy invoices? What the hell's going on? What about? Yeah, yeah. For what? Are you not franchised? I thought you were franchised. But yeah, but surely that. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So if so, the head office don't know. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'll just call you Miss Business Manager for now. And I don't want to give my name out now because you might ask for. That was yeah, but that was a test. You already called Charles. Oh, great! I've given myself away. Fantastic. You might make dodgy phone calls asking for toner. You never know. Well, you're option two, by the way, when you call my number for McDonald's, just to let you know. You've got your own dedicated option. But this is so funny. Do you know, I've never heard someone say that, genuinely, and I've actually called all 1,500 McDonald's, but I've never come across somebody that said, has it happened to, so it's obviously happened to yourself. It's obviously happened to you. Or it hasn't happened to you. Oh, okay, okay. So all it takes is someone close to you or someone that you spoke to on a one. Yeah, okay. I've never. That's shocking. That is, and it puts your back up. It makes you defensive and things like that. That's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. So how? Whatever. People scam people all the time, but that's another level of. Why don't they just work? Just work for a living. Do you know what I mean? Just if you're gonna put that much effort into scamming someone, just that's nuts. I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll send you an email. I'll put my name Charles on it. I'll put my company details, my prices, and my delivery charge. I can promise you that I'm real. But if you're interested, there's no rush to get back to us. And if you want to reply on email, you can just cross out your name on the signature or something. Block out your name. No worries, no worries. But I appreciate that. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Thank you very much for taking my call. Thanks for letting me send the email. Oh, have you got any color printers, by the way, before you go? Or is it just a No, 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 no. No, you don't sound like the type to use color printers, to be honest. You'd be arguing with the printer. You'd be like, exactly. You'd be like, I'm not even using blue. Why does it need a cyan cartridge, guys? I don't use blue. But yeah, 100%. But I'll leave you to it. Thank you for your time as well. Hope you have a nice day. Ta-ra now. Bye bye. Ta-ra. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh shit, I'm working without a pad. Just put on Good Life Radio on here. Turn down the brightness. You're working without a pad, bro. Really, Charles? Okay. Whatever. Working without pads, working without pens. What the fuck is going on? A bit of light in here. Oh, the 15th or 6th. Okay, so 60. Just this bit by ear. I'd love it if it weren't fucking there. Right, so it's 6 till 7 MCD. First call was gatekeeper quote. Second call was decision maker quote. Buzzing. Uh, yes, Braxton. Fire emojis, bro. Fire emojis. Um, we're somewhat. No, no, no. This is the last call in this franchise. Why would someone go to that much effort? So the game plan is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I was gonna do my book. Run out of pages, bro. Like rapidly. So power hour, 160425 UK data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Um, there is one thing I did want to check actually. That's been playing on my mind. It's the EBR Holy Grail. So if I just switch this to Island, obviously 1361 divided by 11. 1361 divided by 11. So even that is £123. But if I just take the top ones, 1102 divided by 5, the average profit is 220. 220 times 12. I mean, 220 is nuts. I think it's one of the things that, yeah, the UK, add the UK into the mix. I mean, one's still 73, one's 84. That's not bad. That's still not bad. Obviously, one's £30. McDonald's. Still a low amount of customers. Ah, fuck me. Let's go. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this morning. You might be able to. My name's Charles. Very quickly. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices on email, if that would be okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I normally send them to the store email, but I always ask first if that would be okay because I don't. Well, I actually don't know the store email, but I always ring first because a lot of times if the BM is there, they might change the printer model. I have two printer models on my generic quote. One's the LaserJet 4002, which is the newest one, and one's called a LaserJet M404. But sometimes people might correct me and say they've got an older one if I speak to somebody, for example. Um, but if that would be okay, I can initially I could just send an email with my contact details, my prices, and then if you can pass that on, that'd be brilliant. Yeah, I can call back. That's fine. Yeah, no, no, no need to apologize. Yeah, no, no, honestly, it's fine. Who shall I ask for? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, no worries, no worries. I'll call back a little bit later. But thank you very much for letting me know. Anyway, appreciate it. Uh, Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. It's what, by the way, it's probably 1 in every 100. So yeah, doesn't seem like it goes that well on paper, but I'm sticking with it. I've been doing it 16 years, so I've got nothing else to do now. So that's it. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Hope you, when do you finish your shift then? Have you done an overnight? Have you? Yeah. Well, good for you. I hope you have a good rest when you go back. So it sounds like you deserve it. And have a good day. Cheers, mate. Ta-ra. Bye bye. Jesus Christ, needs to fucking chill out, mate. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, let me write this down. Are they any good on email, or is it better to try again on the telephone? W- Uh, yeah, I was gonna do both if that would be okay. Do you have the store email, the store number? My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, and I was hoping to leave my contact details and my prices on email. Um, I've got two printers that I was hoping you might have, so I was going to put them on email. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 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 yeah. .com. And whom shall I address the email to? My Anna. How do you spell that? Sorry. Do you say my? Yeah. Oh, perfect. And that's the BM, yeah. Or is that the first assistant? BM, perfect. What I'll do is I'll send an email over now, my name, and I'll put my name Charles, and I'll put my contact details and prices, and then if that's something that you guys can forward on, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much for your help as well. Thank you. You have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. That woman saying that they've recently or somebody's got scammed by sending an invoice just by knowing a BM's name has really shook me a little bit for a few minutes. But at the end of the day, it's got fuck all to do with me. So I didn't fucking do it. Mianna. Good morning, Mianna. Boom. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, is he any? Yeah, sure. I was going to ask as well. Is he any good on email, or is it better to try again on the telephone? No. No, I can always call back. Yeah. Ah, thank you. My name? Yeah, yeah, of course. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. But that's what I was looking for, really, just for permission to send an email with my contact details and prices. But I can always call back if that's easier. Oh, brilliant. Uh, after 7. Yeah, perfect. I'll put this on my notes. Perfect. And who shall I ask for? Yeah, but just do it after 7. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Cheers, mate. Bye bye. Bye bye. People up north, man. So brittle. Just relax. Just asking for a name. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Good morning. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission to leave my contact details and my prices on email, if that would be okay with this. Are you sure? Would that be okay? Oh, thank you very much. At UK Diamond City. .com. Perfect. What was your name, by the way? Ryan. 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 I'm Charles as well. Ryan, pleased to meet you. I was going to ask before you go very quickly. I put two. printers on an email. The two printers I put on there is a LaserJet 4002, which is the newest one, and the M404, the one before it. Does either of those two ring a bell with you by any chance? Two. Oh wow, I'm impressed, Ryan. You've looked after it. So you got the one a few before it. Do you have any color at all, or is that the main one? Perfect. So if I'll put it in a nutshell what I'm about. So basically, I've been doing this for 16 years, been running my own company for 8. But the way I run my business, which doesn't always tie in well with McDonald's, but the way I run my business is based on service, not based on price. So as much as I can say, I'll beat whatever pricing, I am trying to build. Sounds wishy-washy, but the McDonald's that I do business with, I get trusted with more in the franchise. I get trusted with the accountants, and it's more because of my service, my delivery, and I'm upfront with people and things like that. So it might not be what you're looking for. I don't know. Obviously, I've never spoken to you before, so I don't know what you're looking for. But it is something, fingers crossed, that could be of interest. But would that be okay to send it across, and then you can have a look? Yeah, no problem, mate. I'm going to send them over now, and then if it's of interest, my name is Charles. My contact details will be on the email, Ryan, and then fingers crossed, just get back to us when you're ready. There's no rush whatsoever. One thing I will say, and it's what I'm known for, I promise not to do your head in, if that makes any sense. Definitely. If it makes sense, then I don't need to say any more than that. But I'll send it over now. There's absolutely no rush to get back to me whatsoever. I just appreciate the fact that you've given me a chance to quote. Thanks, Ryan. Much appreciated. Have a good day as well. Cheers, mate. Uh, spoke to two BMs in half an hour. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have either. Fucking making prices as they go along. Um, let's go. Okay. So I've done 10 calls, 4 quotes, 6:32 a.m. Not too shabby. Spoke to two BMs. Someone's just opened an email. Yeah. Go on, Ryan. Go on, my son. Half an hour to go. Oh, oh my God. I can't wait to drive this new car, man. Keep watching car reviews uh, over and over every night before bed. Ah, you motherfucker. Cut. Paste. Why are you out? Cut. Paste. So weird. Fucked up that. So weird. Hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, there we go. Is she any good on email or better to try again on the telephone? Um, no, no, not really. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices. Um, it, would that be okay? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. What would this store email be? Yeah, 01149. Yeah, y- yeah, yeah. .com. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, should I schedule it to arrive when she's back, or should I just send it now? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. To be honest, I don't mind. I don't mind sending it now. If you don't mind me asking, who shall I address the email to? And how are you spelling it? Is it Hay or Hai? If that makes sense. Is it Hayley? Yeah, yeah. No problem. I'll send the email over now. I'll put my name Charles on it with my contact details. But thank you very much for your help as well. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Is it Hay or Hai? Silence. The fuck? Hello. It's like hello. Um. Yeah. Hello. Are you still there? The fuck? Did you close your? And if you close your eyes, I'm gonna put a note. Put bins out for bins out. So 78, 88, 25 minutes. Let's go. Okay. So we're in Scotland. 23 minutes left. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, let me write this down. Are they any good on email or better to try again on the telephone? Well, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. But I was just looking for permission to pop an email with my contact details, and I was going to leave some prices. I leave two printers on the quote: the HP LaserJet 4002, which is the newest one, and M404, which is the one before it. So I leave like a generic quote, if you like. But I was wondering if it was best to send an email or ask to send an email, or whether it's best to try again. Are you sure? Would that be okay? Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can schedule it to arrive after 9. Yeah, I've got a computer system that allows me to put a time in, so I can actually do that. What's the best, if you don't mind me asking, what's the best email address? This 1178 at UK dot MCD? Yeah, perfect. And if you don't mind me asking again, who shall I address the email to? Martin or TY? Yeah, yeah, TI. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, brilliant. And my name's Charles, but what I'll do is I'm gonna make a note of it now. So I'll just put it'll just pop up about 9:15 or something like that, and then it'll have everything I just said to you. So it'll have my name, Charles, company details, prices, and everything. And if it's of interest, fingers crossed, you'll get in touch. But thank you very much for allowing me to send the email. Much appreciated. You have a good day. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good morning, Martin. Martin. Schedule send this morning. What's it? Need to send it 9:15. Oh shit. That's the last in the schedule, bro. How many have you got scheduled for today then? Oh shit. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Well, how many have you got? So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So pending quotes is my guy Rory. Pending orders is no one. Scheduled FBL, no one. Scheduled quality control, no one. Scheduled quotes 0508, that's August, and 2510, that's Sharp. Sharp's in there for both. All right, let's go. Yeah. No. Well, I would have left a message. Fucking- No, not AFPL, you muppet. Actually, today, bro. I'm on it, bro. Bro, I'm on it, man. I'm on it. 45 minutes in. Um, 7 quotes. One, two, three. Well, the last one was from a voicemail where she left the store number. So, but seven still. The other six spoke. Two of them were BM's business managers, and four said that I could quote. So yeah, seven. And I've got 17 minutes left. Let's go, Idaho, motherfuckers. Have a good sleep, bro. See you tomorrow. Well, obviously not see you tomorrow. See you today, but see you tomorrow in your world. Even though I think it's probably gone 12. I don't know actually what time it is in your world, but you need to go sleep. Uh, so not spoken. Charles, you need this. No, not cut. Copy. 0840. Good morning. I called earlier, but it went to voicemail. I couldn't leave a message because your fucking voicemail doesn't work. So I'll let you know. Alright, so let's do another five. So one, two, three, four, five. Oh. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, yeah, you might be able to. My name very quickly. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices on email. Would that be okay to do? Yeah. Is it the store email? Can I send it across to that one? Oh, perfect. What would the best email address be? Oh, thank you very much. 00315. Yeah. .mcd. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. And if you don't mind me asking, who shall I address the email to? RUSSELL? Did I get that right? Yeah, sorry. Double S double L is what I should have said. Yeah, perfect. When should I send the email? Should I send it now or should I schedule it to arrive another like when he's back in? Yeah, yeah, perfect. I can do that. Yeah, yeah, perfect. I'll schedule it for 10. What I'll do is I'll put my name Charles on the email and I'll put my contact details and I'll put some prices in there as well. But thank you very much for allowing me to do so. You have a good day as well. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye bye. Oh, no. Oh, fucking space, bro. telling me to. Oh, yeah. 650? I thought I put 550. Oh shit! Put 550 for the weekend. Ah, that's crazy. What's happening, boys? My alarm just went off. It's 6:50 a.m. for wake me up to do McDonald's calls, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I set it for 5:50 a.m., motherfucker. And I looked on my alarm list, and what I've done is I've got McDonald's calls the same for weekday and weekend, but I've gone into the weekend thing because that was the first option, changed it from 6:50 to 5:50, and then just gone to bed. So how crazy is that? If I hadn't have got up and got on the phones, and I would have gone back to bed, my motherfucking ass would have been asleep till 6:50. So yeah, I need to change the wording slightly so I can see the when I'm tired or whatever, I'm resetting my alarm for the morning. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Not sure if I'm gonna do it now. There you go. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 0315. Good morning, Russell. Hi, bro. Enough of that fucking shit. Go to bed. Jesus Christ. Pinned it to the taskbar. Keep an eye. Yeah, motherfucker. I've pinned the world clock to the taskbar. If you were Brendan, it's fine. It's fucking 7 minutes to 11. Bro, it's nearly 2 a.m. Go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep, bro. If you're tired, be quiet and go to sleep, bro. Ludacris's original song wasn't bro though, it was ho. Just to let you know. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna crack on, and you go sleep, and I'll see you in a bit. Brendan, where the fuck are you, man? Hope you've had a good day. Peace out, and a good weekend. Peace out. So good morning, Russell. I called earlier, so I'm gonna set this motherfucker to 10:15. Schedule send. So I'm gonna set it to 10:15. We've got 8 minutes left. No, we don't have 8 minutes actually. We have five. We started. Yeah, go set. I didn't. Forgot to set my timer. All right, Charles. Let's go. Idaho. Hi, hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, oh, let me write this down. Is she any good on email, or is it better to try it again on the telephone? Would that be okay? Yeah. Have you got the store email? Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, I've got the end of it if that helps. Yeah, yeah, perfect. I'll do that. Is it best to send the email now, or is it or would it be okay to send now? Is that would that get passed on? Oh, perfect. There's no rush though. Yeah, honestly, there's no rush. If you don't mind me asking, who shall I address the email to? Yeah. So yeah, no problem at all. And is it VICTORIA? I don't think. Oh no, there is a VIK is another way of spelling it. Is that the right way to spell it though? VIC? Yeah, perfect. And my name's Charles, by the way. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I was going to just put together some prices, so I'm going to send the email over now, and if that can be somehow passed on to her, that'd be brilliant. And thank you very much for your help and your time. I do appreciate it. Yeah, of course, I do appreciate it, and you have a nice day as well. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, I know it's 2 a.m., bro. I know it's 2 a.m. Go to sleep. Okay, so you can go to sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up, even if you wake up at 6 a.m., that's 4 hours sleep, or 7 a.m., 5 hours, 8 a.m., 6 hours. 8 a.m. probably would get you through the next day. So yeah, more videos at 9 a.m. and dentists at 9:30. Yeah, 100% guessing the way. But listen, bro, seriously, take some advice, man. Seriously, take your own advice. 2 a.m., sleep for as many hours as you know you can, as you think you can. But if you go to bed at 2 a.m., bro, you can get up at fucking 8 a.m., do the few more videos, and then be up at 9. 100%. You know what's gonna happen if you do too much, bro. You know what's gonna happen. You're gonna have burnout, and then you're gonna lose more hours because you're gonna be off sick, or something's gonna happen, and you're not gonna be able to work effectively. So go to fucking sleep, man. Right. Just finished my hour, bro. It's 6:59. Um, I did like 17 calls. Not even that many, but obviously 9 quotes. One of them was from a voicemail, but 8 quotes that I've spoken to. 9 quotes, bro, in an hour. It's 6 a.m. Who knew? But if you close your eyes, who knew? Right, 1042. Good morning, Victoria. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too, bro. But obviously the fallout from that, there's only two decision maker quotes in that. There's two decision maker quotes is still good, man. Between 6 and 7, that's amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna start another hour, 7 till 8. MCD Power Hour 2. I'm gonna keep going. And let's be honest, these McDonald calls are not just for making profit, are they? They're to develop a habit, develop consistency, develop mental fortitude, and really get me going and be in front. It's amazing being in front, bro. I hate being behind. I hate that feeling of being behind. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. All right, peace out. 1, 2, 3. Where are you, bro? Okay, so you're still in Scotland. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, there we go. Let me write this down. Is he any good on email or better to try again on the telephone? Oh, Friday, end of the week. I'll try again on Friday. If you don't mind me asking, who is it? I need to ask. Who shall I ask for? Sorry, Cavanagh. How do you spell that? Cavanagh. I don't. Oh, Cameron. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, sorry. My fault. My fault. Oh, if they're available, yeah, that's brilliant. My name's Charles, by the way. But yeah, that's perfect. Oh, thank you. Hi, good morning. I thought you were going to be a bit longer, so I took a sip of my drink. Um, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission to pop an email across with my contact details, and I was hoping to put together some prices for you guys. Would that be okay with yourself with the printer? Oh, with the emails. I can schedule it to arrive because the lady said camera's not until Friday, so I can schedule it for later in the week. It doesn't have to be sent now. It's up to you, obviously, but so I was on the email. I was going to put my name, Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. So I was going to put my contact details and my company details, and then I was going to put some prices for two printers that I do, which are the newer printers, which is the HP LaserJet 4002, the Pro 4002, and the M404. You might not have either. You might have an older one, maybe an M402 or an M401. But I put in two, and then I hope then that it might be recognised. If it's not recognised, yeah, perfect. There we go. I appreciate that. So what I'd then do is I'd send the price over for the 402, and then I'll just leave it at that. If it's of interest, hopefully you guys will just get back to me off your own back. Um, but if you're saying there's a problem with email, so could I send it later in the week? Is the problem going to be resolved relatively quickly, or is it? Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, of course. What was your name, by the way? Megan. Megan. No worries. I'm Charles, by the way, Megan. I'll Not at all. Not at all. I'll set my lamp. Thank you, Megan. Much appreciated. Ta-ra now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Um, she said, calm. No, no, timer. So 10:15. 10 minutes. 8:05, 9:05, 10:05. What you- Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Uh, Start it. I'm not crossing it out. Right, let's go. So we're still in Scotland. Let's go. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Sorry, I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, no problem. Yeah, of course. Who shall I ask for? Who is it I need to ask for? Or shall I just try and call back later? Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Cheers, bye. What the fuck? Lady, you shouldn't allow people to answer the phone if they don't know how to answer the phone. Shouldn't be allowed. Ugh, fuck's sake. My name's Charles, company's SOS. Hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, there you go. Oh, yes, you might, not sure if she might. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask actually, either of them, are they any good on email or is it better to try again on the telephone? Would, yeah, would I be allowed permission to leave my name Charles and my company details? I was hoping to leave some prices for ink. I've got the models of two printers that I don't actually know if you have the two printers, but they're the latest Madonna's HV laser and the one before it. And I was just hoping to leave my company details and my prices on an email. Would that be okay with yourself? No, no, no. If you've got it handy, I'll take it down if that's okay. Yeah, yeah. Hit me. Thank you. Got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. .com. And if you don't mind me asking, obviously I appreciate that BM might not be in today, but who is it I need to address the email to? Yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect. Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, how you spell Lucy? Is it with a CY or IE at the end? Perfect. Because what I'll do on my notes, I've actually got, I put first and then do I put BM? I've abbreviated it and I can't remember. I can't remember the language that I put down. I'm sure I put something. One. That's what I did. Yeah, yeah. No, I appreciate. Yeah, but the problem with that is, and I already emphasize, can emphasize that this being an issue. So Lucy might be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing," and then the BM might come in and be like, "Why is he addressed it to you?" And then be like, "I'm not using this guy. I'm not using this guy because he hasn't addressed it to me." So I'll be like, Yeah, 100%. But I'll put my name Charles in there. I'll put my contact details, my prices. I'll send it over. Is it? Would it be okay to send it over in a few minutes? Obviously, I know that there's no rush to get back to me, but is it okay to send over? Yeah, perfect, perfect. I'll send it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not, to be honest with you. I've been doing this job a very long time. I don't get many replies, but it's usually the timing, but you make your own timing. So, for example, if I speak to a hundred people, even if I've already quoted them, say like 100 quotes, I would say out of 100 people, vast majority would say, "Oh, Charles, if only you called last week. If only you called yesterday." I've even had people say to me genuinely, if only you, I had this one company, they said, if only you called an hour ago, genuinely, like, and I was like, an hour ago. And they said, honestly, we just bought toners an hour ago online. And I said, well, like, the company they mentioned, I was like, I'm beating their prices anyway. And they were like, are you? And I was like, I've been quoting you like three, every 3 months for the last year. Like, how could you not know that I'm beating their prices? But anyway, you make your own luck in life because yesterday I called the doctor's surgery and the woman said, Charles, you're on my call list. And I was going to call you this afternoon. Perfect timing. So it is all yeah, but you've got to go through. You've got to kiss a lot of frogs to get to that conversation. You have to. You wouldn't yeah, you wouldn't believe the amount of no's. Yeah, 100%. I've cold called all 1,500 McDonald's in the past. I've been doing business for 8 years by myself, and when I first started out, I cold called every single McDonald's. If I'm being honest with you, I would say everyone said yes to a quote. Don't get me wrong, but I would say literally out of 1,500, I think I probably got like, I think 20 on board, 30 on board. Which, to be fair, as a sole trader by myself, without any previous history with McDonald's and not having any as customers, is still pretty good going. But statistically, yeah, but statistically, it's kind of like there's so much business out there. One thing I do is when I have send an email, I back off. So I'm actually well known for not doing people's heads in. And I've got, for example, I got a franchise up in the Scottish Highlands. I've got two franchises actually in Scotland, but one of them's in the Scottish Highlands, and they've been using me for 7 years now, 8 years, probably since the beginning of my business. And genuinely, they trust me with everything. The accountant I have an excellent relationship with. They pay their invoices sometimes the same day, which is unheard of. And we've got such a great relationship. But it's because I never call them for anything. I don't call them for an order. If my sales are down, I don't ring them up and say, "How's the weather up there? Would you like anything?" I trust that if they need me and I've given them good service and I've given them a good price, I trust that they'll come back to me for another order when they're ready on their terms. And that's the reason. Does that make sense? Yeah, no, it is what it is. Honestly, timing is everything. I could be speaking to the BM and they might have stock for 3 months. So, do you know what I mean? It's 100%, 100%, and especially if you need it. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. It's like I was going to Asda the other day, and as I was walking in, they had a stand, like, I don't know, like electric or gas, or I don't know what it was. And I've been in sales over 20 years. Genuinely, I actually really don't like, not salespeople that say, that's a bit, putting everyone in the same box, but like, I'm walking past and I'm feeling uncomfortable because they've got to lock eyes with you, and then they've got to say, "Oh, excuse me, sir, are you busy?" And I'm just like, I just want to do. I need to go in Asda. I need to get some blue tack because I need to cover a motion sensor in my office because the light is shining brightly in my face and I hate it and I need to cover it and it's doing my head in. It's giving me a headache and I just need to be left the hell alone. Like that in my head, that's all going off. And I'm in sales. I do cold calling for a living, so it's kind of like, I get it. If I need it, I will come to you, or I'll take information. I'll come back to you and make an informed decision. An informed decision is when, people need to understand that people who make quick decisions, it's not always the best thing. And just because you're cheaper doesn't mean that you're better, because it's about value. It's not just about price. In McDonald's, there's certain companies that get a huge amount of business. I won't name the companies, but they just literally call around McDonald's and say, "We're doing a deal." But I said to McDonald's business manager the other day, he was buy three get one free, and I said to him, "But how much are you paying?" And he didn't know. And I was like, "Well, how? I don't do any deals like that. I do individual price, which is probably better than what you're paying." But I said, "You'll buy three get one free, but you don't know what you're paying. So they'll probably be overcharging you for the three, and then divided it by four." It's like. Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're overpricing it. What 100%. They do the same in Tesco. That when they do a buy two get one free, no, buy one get two free. I hate it. My kids, I got loads of kids, and they're all around me, and they're like, "Dad, it's buy two get one free." No, buy one get two free. Sorry. And I was like, "Yeah," but what they've done is overnight is they bumped up the price by double. And then they're saying buy one get two free, which is amazing three. But I said, kids, you've got to divide it by three. I divide it by three, and I bet you'll come up with a maybe, okay, it might be less than what it was individually, but that's still not the deal that they're making it out to be. It's not an amazing deal. It's just to make you buy it. And also, when you bought one and you got another two for free, you're going to tell everyone about it as well. So for me, I don't do deals, I don't do offers. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years. I could do any types of deals, and I have to be honest with you, I could undercut any supplier in the whole of the UK because I'm buying the toners from the same place that the biggest resellers online, like Cartridge Safe, Toner Giant, Cartridge People, these people turn over tens of millions, have loads of staff, etc., etc. I could beat all of the resellers that call, but I think to myself, I'm worth more than that. My knowledge and my experience alone is worth something to someone. The store in Scotland, genuinely, he called me at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. I'll never forget it. And he obviously didn't think I'd answer because we were emailing back and forth. And he called me at 11 o'clock. He wanted a printer. They were out. They needed a printer desperately. And I was watching boxing in my office, and I answered the call. I was like, "Hi, JP," and he's like, "Charles, I didn't think you were going to answer." And I said, "JP, I'm at my desk. I've got my kids here. We're watching the boxing. It's on late. I've got my TV going on." I said, let's sort it out, and we sorted it out. And the service, so the level of service, 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. I mean, come on, you can't really, in my opinion, like treat people how you wish to be treated. I would love that type of service, for me. Um, It, listen, nobody's responding on the weekend. Nobody's responding on the weekend. If you place an order for toner at 6 p.m. on a Friday, you're not going to get a response until at least say 9 o'clock on a Monday. But if you place an order with me at 6 o'clock on a Friday, again, you might not get delivery for the same time scale Tuesday, but you might get a response within, with all due respect, within a minute. Like genuinely, I actually respond to emails like within a minute, within 2 minutes. If I'm at my desk, I'll just drop everything, respond quickly, and say thank you for the order, much appreciated. You'll get the invoice shortly, and your delivery will be Tuesday. And that BM or whoever's ordered it can be like, right, that's a tick off the list, and then they move on. But these people that ring up and just want to undercut all the time, it's a race to the bottom. So they're just like, oh, you're paying 30 quid, or I'll do it for 25, or I'll do like that, or buy five get one free. You might just need one toner, but you're hoodwinked in a way to buy five, thinking it's a deal, and then you end up stockpiling, and then the printer goes down, and then you're left with toners you can't use because it won't fit in the new printer. So for me, it's all about service, and I appreciate you saying that to me because so many people you're not hang up as such, they don't hang up as much anymore, but they're so short with me sometimes. They're so like, if we're interested, we'll let you know. And I'm thinking, like, calm down. Like this is the first time I've called the store in 6 years. Chill out. Like, I'm not like everyone else. But I get it. I don't judge people because people are busy and they're hectic and they've had a bad shift or they've just got in and they've had traffic and they're late. I understand, like, 100%. No, no, it still is. No, it still is. People will still call you. Like people still call me, and I'm like, they're calling me off a Leeds number, for example, and they're not in Leeds. So for me, there are still people out there, even in 2025, who will cold call you, and they will still not be truthful, and they will still try and make a quick buck. But for me, and I'll leave you with this because I know you're busy and I appreciate your time. But one thing I'll leave you with is when I make a call and people say, business manager come on the phone, and she said straight away, I've never spoken to them before, and she said, "Oh, we don't need anything." And I said to her, "Well, I didn't ask if you did." And she was like, "We don't need anything." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine, but I didn't ask. I didn't ask. You know what? I didn't. No part of my pitch says, do you need anything? Because I've actually that's not me. If you need something, let me know. The ball's in your court, 100%. 100%. I'm not asking that question because I know the answer to that question. I've seen it with other when I've been in an office with five other salespeople, and all they do all day long is call their customer base. Do you need anything? Hi, Jason. It's Tony. How's the weather down there? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Do you need anything? Don't get me wrong. I'm saying it doesn't. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it's not me. It's not what I do. It's not what I'm about, and it's not how I wish to be done in sales. And therefore, I don't say it. And I do pull people up on it. It's like they put words in my mouth. It's like the woman literally come on the phone and was really pissed off. She's like, "We don't need anything." I'm like, "Okay, but I didn't ask." Like I'm asking to send an email with pricing. That's it. I'm asking for permission to send an email as well. I'm not. I could easily sit here all day long and just send emails to McDonald's. I'm old-fashioned. I'd rather ring first and make sure you guys are okay with it because I'm pretty certain you probably get tons of emails you didn't ask for. So, 100%. It's genuine. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. What was your name, by the way? Liam. I appreciate that. My name's Charles, by the way, Liam. I'm gonna send. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm gonna send over the email. Like you said, I'll address it to Lucy and Ryan for now, and then fingers crossed if it can be of any interest. I'm sure somebody will get in touch. But it's been lovely speaking to you, and I hope you have a good day. Yeah, no, people like you can get my foot in the door because people like you are the ones that pass me on to the BM, are the ones that say, "Oh, this guy called and you know he's legit." I mean, I spoke to a business manager this morning. I've been on the phone since 6 a.m. and I spoke to a business manager this morning, and she said to me, right at the end of the call, we had a really good chat. And at the end of the call, she gave me the email, she gave me the name of the printer, and at the end of the call, I said, "Oh, and what was your name?" And she said, "Oh, I can't give out my name because she said we've had an instance before where." Somebody's gone and sent an invoice to the store just because they knew the BM's name, and I was like, okay, well, my name's Charles. I don't think anyone else is cold calling about ink at 6 a.m. in the morning, but I'll send the email. But I said, I get where you come from. I appreciate it. No worries. Let me know if you reply to the email. Maybe let me know your name then. And I actually sat there, and I would say for the next couple of calls, I was feeling on edge because I was feeling like the other person might think it was some type of scam, if that makes sense, because of what she said. And it's taken me a good half, I would say it took me a good half an hour to get over that feeling because then I sat there and was thinking, I'll send out the toner before you even pay me. So what, do you know what I mean? So, I also said to myself, Liam, I said to myself, if that company went and scammed that McDonald's, it's got nothing to do with me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's which is crazy. But at the end of the day, that's it. It wasn't even. It didn't even happen to her because I actually asked, "Did it happen to you?" And she said, "No, it happened to somebody else in the group." So obviously, it was a thing at the time. Maybe it was a bit of a notorious. Yeah, 100%. And it's something that obviously stuck with her, not to give out the name, or maybe they've done a company kind of email, franchised email or whatever, company email, and then maybe they've said it's been fed to them exactly, and it's in their head then. Yeah, yeah, not to give. Yeah, we've been invoiced £200 and we've been scammed or whatever. But I think it's a good point about the scams. I actually hope that the scams keep going, and the reason I hope the scams keep going is because I'm legit, and I will only look better when people realise that I'm the real deal. And then, does that make sense? It's kind of like and I hope the calls that you get that are legit, that people keep hassling, but they are legit. I hope they keep hassling because again, it stands me in good stead. That franchise up in Scotland, the one I have, I got two of them. I don't actually know if you've heard of them. One's Fanfare restaurants, and one's Craigton. You might not have heard of them though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. I hope so. I was gonna say I hope I know where they are. But where is it? Yeah, exactly. Imagine if I said no. I have no idea. I don't know where I send them. Yeah, no, one's up in Inverness, which I think is Craigton. So it's up in the Scottish Highlands, and they genuinely they're amazing. In actual fact, two stores have left Craigton. Craigton's only not a massive franchise, it's only like six or maybe it was eight, and two of them have actually left and they've created their own franchise. And I've actually just got one back in the last week, and I've had to wait 3 years for an order. They left me for 3 years, and the BM ordered last week, and I was over the moon. You know, I was loved having them back. And the other one is Fanfare, and Fanfare I believe is in Glasgow. I'm just going to bring one up now. I'm sure it's a G postcode. Oh, my apologies. Well, one's in Motherwell. I would have sworn one was in Glasgow. Is that is that Glasgow? Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, go on. Yeah. Y- No, so basically, good question. So it's two parts to it. So basically, it starts off with one. So every single McDonald's that I've got my foot in the door with, apart from company owned, which to be honest hasn't been for years anyway, every single time I've got my foot in the door, it's always with one, and it usually is the relationship with the BM is good. Um, but then it takes, because I don't push it, and then it takes sometimes genuinely it takes years for my name then to be like, oh, we use Charles, you know, my company's Stead Office Supplies. I try and say SOS. It's and the second part to the question about when it's multiple stores, it's usually based on them internally realizing that I've quoted them individually, I've spoken to them individually. Sometimes I've even sold to the stores individually, and then they've been like, "Oh, we all use him." And then, but a lot of times I can't get everyone on board. I can't get everyone on the same page. I can't get everyone on the same pricing because there's usually an anomaly within the group. There's usually one store that is getting it from Stinky Ink or Inkjets and Toners, and they're getting it on a ridiculous deal or they're getting on a stupid offer, and then it kind of messes up the equilibrium of the whole franchise. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but usually that's what happens. I go for the individual relationship, and then off the back of that, I hope that they pass my details on through the franchise. But I'm more in hope than expectation, you know? Yeah, 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 yeah. Is Is that still? No, no. To be honest with you, because I haven't had, I'll take it 100%. But it's going back to that timing thing, and it's going back to that. If people haven't spoken to me, I've tried to make my email as, when people look at it, I've tried to make it not wordy. I've tried to make it very to the point. I've put two printer models on there that I believe is of interest. It's the two newest ones. More often than not, when people look at the newest ones, they go, "We have the older one," but I can't please everyone because if I put a third printer in there, people are going to go, "We got the newest one. What the hell are these two?" So I can't please everyone, but so I go with the two newest ones. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll definitely take it 100% if that's okay with yourself. It might not come to anything. Nothing's guaranteed, but uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The other ones as well. Yeah, 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 yeah. That'd be fantastic. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much, Liam. Yeah, yeah, yeah. CUMMINGS. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, the only thing is, and I know, it's a long shot asking you this, but when Dawn receives the email, normally, when someone receives an email that I haven't spoken to, especially somebody, it is actually the decision maker. If I, the problem is, if I haven't spoken to them, it's very hard to get across everything that we've kind of discussed in the way I come across on email. I have tried my best to make it seem like that. But what I'm going to do is when I send you the email, you're going to get to see it, aren't you? Because I'm going to send it to the store. 00730. Perfect. If you do have the time, because I'm going to send the same email or a similar email, the same email but addressed to Dawn. If you do have the time or what have you, if there's any way that you can maybe either give her a heads up or maybe let her know that I did try and call the store, because a lot of times when you get emails and you don't know the person, like you just mentioned, then a lot of it gets deleted, which is fine. It is what it is. But I'm just thinking it definitely could be of interest to her, but because of, again, we go with perceptions, past experience. When you get so many emails, sometimes it's hard to differentiate who's real and who's not. But if there's a way of letting her know that I am actually real and we've, do you know what I mean? Forward it on. I think that could be the better way. I mentioned to you earlier, Liam, about patience, and I could send it to her directly and think that's the quickest way. But being the quickest way might not be the best way. I think maybe going through you to get to her, I think could be better, and it probably yield better results than trying to speak to trying to email her directly. But if you've got so what I'll do, I'll keep her email on my notes because hopefully it'll come in handy in the future. But what email would you have you got one as well? Or is yours the store? Oh, I'm gonna. No, no, sorry, my apologies. I've missed thinking. So you're saying you'll forward it from the store email? Perfect. My apologies. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. Perfect. I really appreciate it. If it's still the case, yeah, 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 yeah. So things have changed, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Individually, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you asking the question, and also, if you do, it's up to you. I don't particularly like mentioning it, because I probably do things the hard way. But if you maybe mention I deal with a couple of other franchises in Scotland, it might make a difference. It might not. But I've got Yeah, the Craigton ones is amazing. Genuinely, the accountant, she WhatsApp. I have her on WhatsApp Business, for example. I have a lot of BMs on WhatsApp. They order on WhatsApp when it's easier for them to do it on email. But I have this particular accountant on WhatsApp, and she actually sends an email out every Christmas because I wish everyone Merry Christmas. And she sends an email out and says, guys, keep remembering to use Charles, because a lot of times if the BM has left and the new BM has come in, or they change stores every 2 years, is it, or something like that? So sometimes my details get lost in amongst the changes, and yeah, she kind of brings them all together again and says, "Come on, Charles, come on, guys, keep using Charles, and everything." And she actually uses me for her own printer as well, and for when she does her work. And like I said to you earlier, she actually pays same day. It's crazy. The trust is amazing. If a store places an order, I let her know this store has placed the order. Say Inverness, I say Inverness has placed an order. Can I please send you the invoice? And she says, Charles, send it now, and I'll get it paid within the hour. And I send it to her. I get paid within the hour. She doesn't even check with the store. That's a level of trust that is unheard of, because she Well, 100%, and it's all about the relationship, because for me, you can buy the ink off anyone, but can you ask anyone the question, the troubleshooting, Charles, can you help me out with this, or what's your advice on this? So it's not just selling them a toner, it's also building that type of relationship where everyone goes home happy. Yeah, 100%. It's the value, exactly. That's where the word value comes from, the word valuable. So for me, it's about expressing that, and it's so hard to do it on a cold call, Liam, genuinely, and that's why I appreciate your time on the phone, because I speak like this all the time, but it's when people don't have the time to speak to me, they give me like 30 seconds, and I can't say all this in 30 seconds. It's impossible, unless I speak really quick, and if I speak really quick, I just sound like a salesperson because I'm speaking really quick. So I'm over, 100%. But anyway, I'll send you this email. I really, really appreciate that. Just to let you know very quick. Oh, actually, do you know what? I was going to ask the name of the printer. Do you have the LaserJet 4002 or the M404? Does any of those two printers ring a bell with you? Bear with me. 2722 is the little inkjet they fit in the palm of your hands. That's the printer that does color. Do you have the LaserJet as well. Yeah, which one's that one? Correct. Yeah, is that that's the newest one? You have the newest one. Perfect, perfect. So what I'll do is I'm going to send you the 4002. What I'll also do is I'll send the 404. I know you don't have it, but other if you're going to forward it on to Dunn, more than likely other stores are going to have it. I'll put the desk jet in there that is obviously specific to your store, and then it's up to Dawn. Hopefully, she might email me and say, Charles, can you give me a price on these other printers? There, she'll probably got the ones before it, the M402, the M401, etc., etc. But that's up to her. Hopefully, she gets back to me. I'll put my contact details on the bottom left-hand corner, and it's also on the email as well. I put a brief description of, one-liner. I work for myself, etc. I'll put the prices in there, which I do believe are very competitive, but obviously I don't know what you guys are paying, but I do believe they're competitive. So I don't believe that it's going to waste anybody's time, hopefully. And then it's just up to Dawn, really, or like you said, if they change their system back to individual, I'll address it to Lucy and Ryan. But thank you very, very much for taking the time to speak to me. I really, really do appreciate it. You know, people like you keep me going, genuinely. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, mate, if you can only do what you can do, and if you can just humanize the email, that's all I can ask you to do. Because at the end of the day, they might 100%, 100%. Yeah, she's going to be like, well, 100, yeah, 100%. And that's where it all starts off with. The amount of times on genuinely, like I mentioned about the doctor surgery when I called her up and she said to me, "Oh, Charles, I was going to call you today." What was interesting is the last time I spoke to her, she's a practice manager in a surgery. I do business in Ireland as well, so it was in Ireland, and I called up at like say 4:15, and I hadn't spoken to her since October. It was 6 months previous when we last spoke, and she said, "Charles, I was going to call you today," and I was like, "No, her name's Nora." I was like, "Nora, no, you wasn't going to call me today." She was like, "Charles, you're on my to-do list. I was going to call you." She said, "I desperately." She's got four brother printers. I need three drums. I need four toners. When can you get them out? I was like, "You can get them tomorrow," because in Ireland delivery is a massive issue. But luckily, I've got a wholesaler that runs his own company in Dublin, and we get along fantastically well. And he gets everything out next day. He's brilliant, and he's made me just look amazing. And I'm like, "Again, for tomorrow." Via DPD, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's amazing. I was meant to call you," and I was like, "Listen, timing is everything. But if I'm going to be honest with you, what she didn't know is I was on the phones from say 7 o'clock yesterday morning, and I'd literally gone through hell to get to 4:15 to have that conversation for her to say timing is amazing. Everyone else, I spoke to another doctor's surgery. She was like, "Charles, I've got a queue full of customers. I've got a queue full of patients. They're having my walls repainted. My head's about to go. Just send me the email, and I'll be in touch if I'm interested." I sounded like I was hassling her, if that makes sense. So like I said, you make your own luck in life. I think sometimes, Liam, and you've just got to keep going no matter what. And this got me to this point, and this got me to this conversation. But you've also got to play a big part in it, because as much as you're giving me an ego boost, if you didn't allow me to speak, and if you didn't ask me some questions, and if you didn't do this, that, and the other, I never would have been able, you never would have thought that, if that makes sense. So this is definitely a two-way street. You've given me that time and patience to let me have my say type of thing. So thank you as well. You're an important cog in it. So imagine if Dawn starts using me. Imagine if in 10 years' time I've got all the franchise, and you're another Creighton, or you're another Fanfare. You're another example to another franchise that I can get on board. It all started off without putting too much pressure on it, but it all did start off on this conversation. So you play a part in it as well. Do you know what I mean? And I also give. Listen, mate, I give treats on my orders. If this store ends up ordering, I'll try and remember the store number, and I'll put in an extra packet just for you. Do you know what I mean? It's not worth much, but you know, yeah, yeah. My missus is addicted to vintage, by the way. Yeah, I don't know where vintage has come from. She's addicted to it. Service, mate. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, of course. Yeah, 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 yeah. Service, mate. I think it's sometimes with service. I think it could be innate. It could be something that you can't sometimes teach people. Because, for example, in McDonald's, you're in a service-based environment, and I actually get quite annoyed when people are in a service-based environment and they don't know how to deal with customers. Because I think I used to work in a coffee shop when I was a kid, and it was my first, one of my first jobs. I used to work in a pizza place, and to be honest with you, service has always been innate because I've always been polite. I've always been chatty. I've always, don't get me wrong, when the customers are rude, or when I work in a coffee shop, customers are rude all the time. But it was still my choice to be in that service-based environment. So this is the way that I look at it. A company as big as Viking or Staples or Office Depot or whoever, the biggest companies, some of the biggest companies in the world, um, sometimes I think they can lose sight of their service. So sometimes if you try and ring them, they don't answer the phone, like they can't answer the phone within a short space of time. Some companies only put an email address instead of a phone number, so you can't speak to them over the phone quickly. You have to email them. Sometimes you said about an automated response, 24 hours turnaround, or sometimes it could be 4 hours SLA, service level agreement, 4 hours. I have a question at 9 a.m. and you're not going to get back to me until 1 p.m. I can't be dealing with that. So for me, I don't know why, and I genuinely, it was probably my dad who installed it in me, and obviously my mum. But I actually think when I started my business 8 years ago by myself, I just started off as I meant to go on. I just kept treating people the same. I do business with Specsavers as well, even up in Scotland and all over the UK and even in Ireland. And the directors of the stores, they trust me. Again, it's a similar situation to McDonald's. They WhatsApp me message orders. So one director in Liverpool, Liam, he puts the invoice through to head office the moment he gets it. If he orders at 9 a.m. and I email an invoice at 9:05 a.m., he will email that order and copy me into head office. I get paid within a week. It's unheard of how quickly I can get paid. So for me, it's about the service, and it's definitely a two-way street. You mentioned about the Vinted thing. My missus goes on about me all the time about how she rates people and how the back and forth can be there if the delivery or if something's wrong or something's been packaged wrong or whatever. She said the people coming back, it's like they want to help. Well, that's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah, 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 yeah. That's not bad, mate. That's not bad going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you buy and sell? If you don't mind me asking, what do you buy and sell? Is it just random things or is it something specific? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That my daughter. I got five kids. I'm actually a granddad, Liam. My oldest kid's got a kid, but my 16-year-old. Yeah, my kid's younger than 16 as well. Yeah, there's one of them. Oh, I can't remember what it was. What it was years ago. There was a Wakanda one, which was quite rare, which I'm gutted. I had it to buy in my basket, and I didn't end up buying it. But yeah, my kids know about them. Are they rare again? Are they or something? Yeah, 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 yeah. I've never watched it, but yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I've heard of Depop. Yeah, it's massive in America, I think, Depop. It's the shipping. Yeah, yeah, it's the customs. Yeah, yeah, it's the tax. It's the customs. It's not just the shipping. It's the yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the presentation. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, mate, like you said, that 10, £20, with all due respect, like the way I look at it, obviously, I don't know. I've worked for myself for 8 years. I haven't, I don't even pay myself properly, if I'm being honest, because it doesn't work out like that. But I don't know what the standard wage is nowadays. But say it's £10 an hour, just as an example. I think it's a bit more, but say it's £10 an hour. That, with all due respect, that £20, it means you might be able to book a holiday day more than normal. It might mean you can play it any which way you like. You know, it might mean you can buy yourself. A meal on your day off as a treat. It might mean you can take someone out. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that 10, £20 to most people are like, oh, it's only, yeah, but like you said, and the one thing I will that I think you're not you might be overlooking is your enjoyment. So I enjoy selling ink. I enjoy the printer industry. I've been doing this for 16 years, day in day out, and I really enjoy what I do. Genuinely, I really do. And I find it very. I'm very sad, but I find it very interesting and very challenging. And when a new printer comes along, Liam, I'm all over it. I'm like a kiddie at a sweet shop. I'm like, what's the toner code? What's the page yield? You know, because I know that people are going to start buying it, and I know that the 4002 is a perfect example. I had a McDonald's, and they were like, "Oh, Charles got a new printer, HP Laserjet 4002." This was like a year ago, whatever. I was like, "What the bloody hell's that?" And I looked at it, research, and I was like, "Oh my God, it looks like an M404." And I was like, "It looks the same thing." And we went into it, and it was a price, and it was just amazing. So your passion really is that the Funko Pop thing. Your knowledge is from being a customer, from buying them yourself, from collecting them yourself. So do you know what I mean? So you're treating that customer on Vinted as if you were them, like you mentioned earlier. You put them in your shoes. Well, very similar to what I'm doing with this ink business. I'm trying to put myself in the customer's shoes by saying, what am I looking for? Am I looking for just the price, the cheapest price, or am I looking for service, delivery? If I've got a problem, am I easily contactable? And I think that's the reason why I'm still in business, not because I'm selling ink for cheaper than everyone else, but the fact that I'm doing it what should be the right way. So we're definitely on the same page with a lot of things. Listen, Matt, I really appreciate your time. I'm going to let you go because I don't want to get you into trouble. And listen, mate. I well, y- yeah. Listen, listen, mate. I'll tell you one thing, Liam. I would forego a sale to have this conversation, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because I could potentially get business for the next 5 years off the back of this conversation, genuinely. So, the sale isn't important to me. It's I'm hoping, fingers crossed, there's somebody on your level along the way. It could be Dawn, it could be someone else, but someone may pay attention to me based on you giving them the information, and that's all I can ask for, and that's all. I just very grateful for that. I really enjoyed speaking to you as well. I've been on the phones this morning since 6, and I thought to myself, basically my youngest boy is autistic and he's non-verbal. He's 8 years old, and I've got a mobility car coming, and the dealership told me a timescale, and then they shortened it by they told me it'll be 12 weeks, and they called me the other week and said it'll be 6 weeks, and I don't have the money for the deposit, and it's like it's a lot of money for the deposit, and I was organised, and then they just halved it, and then I was like, okay, I might have to work a little bit harder. So I've actually been doing more hours. I've done more hours in the last 2 weeks than I've ever done. The only other time I can compare it to is in 2017 when I first started my business in March 2017, in April 2017. I was cold calling McDonald's genuinely at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was also doing calls at 9, 10, 11. And I even did a 24-hour stint just for the sake of it. I don't even know why I did it, but I actually cold called a McDonald's in Scotland at 3, 4 in the morning. I cold calling all night, and I actually spoke to a guy called Mitch Mayhew. I'll never forget him. And he answered the phone. And I was like, I was looking for the BM, and he's like, it's me. And he was like, this is like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh, I was looking to leave some prices for ink. I've just set up my own business selling toner. And he's like, okay, send me over. And he actually bought off me on the phone, and he actually wrote a recommendation letter. I've even got it to this day. I've still got the letter that he, not the letter, like recommendation, like a an email that he did, and I've still got it to this day, Liam. So it's crazy the journey that I've been on, but it's people like yourself that keeps me going. It really is. Personalized service, yeah, personal service, yeah, 100%. To be honest with you, I really wish in a way that if everyone was similar to yourself in that type of mindset, genuinely, I would probably have every franchise on board. But it is what it is, and I can only do what I can do. I'm trying to bring up just before you go. I don't think I'll be able to find it as quickly as this, but I'm just looking, going back to the store because he's not a business manager anymore, and they haven't bought off me for years. But I remember he actually wrote me the email, and it says, "Oh, I'm trying to bring up the store because you might recognize the store name. Um, Mitch Mayhew, there we go. It's in Bathgate. Is that Edinburgh? EH48, possibly. 01377. It's obviously might change now, but yeah, he just basically said, yeah, he just said really nice things about me, and he put the McDonald's sign on the email and everything. So that conversation at 3, 4 in the morning, of course, it was a sale, and of course, it was a good story to tell the grandkids type of thing. But what was more important is the fact that he wrote that email, and I attached it to every quote I did for the next like 2, 3 years. So it is about people as well. It's people who go out of their way to help out other people, similar to yourself. It makes a huge difference, genuinely. Yeah, yeah. It's- I bet you'll tell them they'll be like, we don't need any, and you'll be like, "Ugh." Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course, yeah, 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 yeah. If they listen, mate, if they don't, it's one of these situations where I don't emotionally attach it because I had a conversation back in 2009 with a guy from an aerospace company, and I cold called him in the morning, and he said, Charles, the timing could not be better. I keep saying this weird timing. The timing could not be better. He said, we've just lost our toner supplier over something. I will call you back this afternoon. Send me the quote. If the price are good, I will call you back this afternoon with an order. Liam, I'm still waiting for this guy to call me. He never called me back. The point that I'm trying to make is even when I have amazing conversations with people who make the decision, and people who, even if you said, Charles, I make the decision, I'll place an order in 2 weeks, I just let it go. If you contact me in 2 weeks, fantastic. But if you don't, no problem, because I have a million other people also to call. So if you do call me back and you do place an order, it's a huge bonus. And this is what I'm trying to say about Ryan and Dawn. If we all get onto the same page, and Dawn in particular, you guys will definitely benefit from everything. But if you don't, you guys crack on. I will crack on, and it is what it is. when the franchises, especially the ones I've got already in Scotland, which is crazy because obviously I'm in Wales, the franchise I don't even have a store in Wales. That's the maddest thing. But in Scotland, I have the most business in McDonald's. Genuinely, if I was on a three-way call now, and I brought on the other stores, they would just reiterate everything that I've been saying, and they would just say, yeah, like everything that has been happening in this conversation, we've been experiencing that for 6, 7, 8 years. It's not just been overnight. It's been a long, long time. But I really appreciate that. I was trying to, as we were speaking, I was trying to desperately bring up this email that I sent to that store. You know, the store number, the Bathgate store. Yeah, I'm trying to bring up because I've got my old emails and it's never deleted an email from 2017, and I'm trying to desperately bring it up. So just bear with me just 2 seconds. Yeah, yeah, I don't. It's getting. I don't have the time. So it was May 25th, 2017. Oh, perfect. I do have I've got the time of the invoice. That's fantastic. I don't have the time. I don't have the original quote that I sent to him. I've got the time of the invoice. Thursday, the 25th of May, 2017, 4:33 a.m. That's crazy. And if I click view invoice, I wonder if the invoice. Oh yeah, the link has expired. Okay, so it's on QuickBooks. It's on my QuickBooks. Oh, actually no, I've got it. I've got it. He ordered two inkjet cartridges for the DeskJet printer. Funnily enough, similar to yours. Two black, two color, and he ordered four of the HP toners. It comes to £190.80 including VAT. Shipping was a fiver, which I still charge a fiver. And I sent it through on the 25th, and he would have received it then probably the next day. And then he wrote me reference letter, a reference email straight after that, like maybe a month after that. But yeah, that was 4:33 in the morning. So that's some type of proof. I wonder what Mitch is doing nowadays. I bet he thought I was crazy. I think I was crazy as well. I actually said to him, I think I'm crazy, but I think he studied in Swansea or something like that. Or maybe he was from Swansea. I can't quite remember. But I think he's something to do with Swansea, and he recognised the accent of Cardiff, and we had an amazing chat, and very similar to this, but it was just 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, which is mad if you think about it. I never did it again after that, by the way. You know. It is ridiculous, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think my fifth kid had been born. I actually got sacked when from a stationery company, and I set up my own business on the back of me getting sacked. And I got sacked when I was on holiday, and my son at the time was maybe 6 months old. And yeah, I've just cracked on since then. I've just not looked back, but it's been very, very tough, mate. I'm not going to lie. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's my decision to do this, but yeah, you've made my day and it hasn't even started. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to send you this email. A lot of pressure now with this email, but I'm going to send. You're feeling the pressure as well. You're going to look at this email and be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to pass this around." Hold on. Yeah, let me play my part though. Let me play my part because I've got to impress everyone with this email. But I'll send it over now. I was going to say, mate, 100%. She might look at the email and be like, "Yeah, these prices are terrible, terrible, Liam. Why would you forward this on?" You know. But I'll Yeah, you might lose your reputation. You put your reputation on the line with it with forwarding this email, 100%. I think so. Let's see what happens. I'm going to send it over now. You have a lovely day. I really appreciate your time, and it's been lovely speaking to you, genuinely. And fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. And if it does happen, then we'll hopefully somehow, I don't know how, but fingers crossed we can stay in touch somehow, and I can let you know how it's going if it does end up being positive. But I'll leave you to it. Thank you very much for your time, mate, and yeah, likewise, and the best of luck on Vinted. Just keep doing what you're doing as well. It sounds like that side hustle could make you a couple of quid, even if it's not much. It's your pub money. That's what my mentors used to say to me. Yeah, listen, mate, it's your pocket money. It's something that you're doing anyway on the app, and you're messing around on it, and you're making a few quid. So fair play to you. I appreciate it. But I'll leave you to it, mate. Thanks you very much, Liam. Speak to you in a bit. Ta mate. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Um, Power Hour 3, 8 till 9 MCD. Sounding boys. So yeah, just had a 52-minute call. Gutted that it wasn't with the decision maker, but I definitely think it was worth my time because this is just bonus time anyway. Um, the guy did used to actually order, but he's a salaried manager, not a business manager. But he's going to put in a good word for me with the BM's in tomorrow, but someone else in the store. But interestingly, he's going to forward my quote on to someone else, their direct email. He actually gave me the direct email, but we agreed upon him forwarding it himself rather than me sending it over. And the person he thinks that the person might order for all the franchises, and then so that could be really interesting. But yeah, really good call. Kept bigging me up, but I kept playing it down and having a chat with him as well. Really enjoyed it. But I'm on my third hour now. I'm gonna just take a break for 2 seconds. Might be helpful if I get dressed a little bit and after this we'll see where the family is, see where everyone's heads are at, and then I might just leave to go to the office, or I might crack on here. All right, peace out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's pause this. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. That amazing call. Okay, let's go. Hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, let me write this down. Possibly. My name's very quickly. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. Um, I was hoping, with permission, if I could pop an email across with my contact details, and I was hoping to leave some prices as well. Would that be okay? Oh, let me put this on my notes. No worries. Do you know on the ordering that you do, is it for the LaserJet, the 4002 or the M404? Yeah. Do they look at pricing at all? Is that important on the P&L sheet, or they're not um too fussed on the pricing? Because I was only asking because I could maybe look at the pricing and see if it could be of interest, or they wouldn't look at it, would they? Yeah. The reason I'm asking is because sometimes the toners, especially on the newer printers, they can be £100 or more. So the cost is still quite significant. And that was the reason I was asking about an email, because I've got the pricing already there for the two newest printers, the LaserJet 4002 and the M404. They're the two newest printers at McDonald's. And on my quote, it already has the pricing on there. So if somebody looked at it, they could be like, oh, well, on the website we're paying, X amount, and this quote is X amount. It potentially it could be of interest. Obviously, I don't know, because I don't know if it's worth your time, but I always think it is, because you never know, what the pricing is, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So my name's Charles. It's a Cardiff number, so it's 02922 402 747. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye. Idiot. Oh, I'm too important to know about the P&L sheet. Well, you fucking should mind your business then. Tell me you're not interested. The fuck, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Ah, let's go. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, brilliant. Very quickly, my name's Charles. Hi. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices with you, if that would be okay. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, of course. Do they accept like emails with prices on to have a look at, or they didn't? Then they don't. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Daniel dot smart. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna put site director on my notes as well, so I don't forget. Perfect. I'll send them an email. Yeah, I don't know if, like you said, it's a long shot, but th I appreciate your time anyway. Thank you very much. Thanks for your help. Yeah, yeah, of course. The thing is, I do a lot of business with McDonald's, so I can quote for the printers that it has. Just out of curiosity, what's your store number? 1381. Now, whenever I send a quote to McDonald's with their store email, on the subject header of the quote, I put McDonald's and then the phone number, the store number. When I send an email to Daniel, do you suggest I do the same thing? So I just kind of pretend I've sent it to the store, if that makes sense. Or yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, no worries. But yeah, I'll do that. But thank you very much for your help as well. Much appreciated. Thank you. Cheers, mate. You too. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye. Um, Not spoken. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Let's go. Come on, Charles. Come on, bro. Do it. Hi, good morning. I was looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, oh, let me write this on my notes. Is he any good on email or better to try again on the telephone? Oh, hello? No, no, I think it's me. My phone system means I lose people. Is he any good on email or better on the to try again on the telephone on Friday? Shall I try again on Friday or is it okay to pop him an email? There's, yeah, it's not urgent, to be honest. But I was hoping to send an email because I can put my name Charles on there and my company details. I was going to put some prices of some ink on there as well. Would that be okay? Ready for Friday or shall I call back? No, 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 no. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff, but I was hoping to send an email with my contact details, and I was going to put together some prices as well. Um, w would that be okay with yourself to do? Or yeah, yeah, that's yeah, that would that be okay? Yeah, yeah, of course. That's what I was hoping for. What would be the email? Yeah, 01395. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. And who shall I address the email to? ASHLEY? Perfect. Should I send the email now, or should I schedule it to arrive on Friday? Would that be okay? Yeah, perfect. I'll send it now. I'll put my name Charles on there, but thank you very much for your time and your help. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Generic Charles. Load template. Ashley, not spoken. 1395. Hi, Joe. Good morning, Ashley. Ashley. Oh, this motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Oh, thank you. Hi, um, good morning. Is this the BM, the business manager? Oh, hiya. Very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details, and I was hoping if I could leave you some prices as well, if that would be okay. Oh, brilliant. Would email work well for you? Um, oh, fantastic. What was your name, by the way? Emma. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Charles, by the way. Emma, you too. I was going to say the email address, is that the stored email as well? N no, no. If you've got it handy, I'll take it. Yeah, sure. Thank you. 01117. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect. And just to ask very quickly, the email that I send across will have two printers on it. It's like a generic quote. So the two printers it's got is the newest one, which is the HP LaserJet 4002. The one before it is the HP LaserJet M404. Do either of those two ring a bell with you, by any chance? Possibly. You might have one before it, so I just wanted to see um, if we can get onto the same page in terms of the pricing. Do you know which printer you have? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that would have been in my generic quote. That's brilliant. Do you have a color one at all, or just the? Oh, you're joking. If you don't mind me asking, out of curiosity, I know this sounds really weird, but I've been doing this 16 years, day in day out, and I really love what I do. It's very strange, I know, but what printer model is it? I'm very curious to know. Um, yeah, yeah. Is it Pixma? Yeah, yeah. Is it the one that take the PG off the top of my head, something like PG 545 XL or something like that? Yeah, and a tricolor. What's the matter with it? Yeah, yeah. If I, yeah, and then you're like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, and then you're like the one in the work doesn't work. If I'm being honest, me and the Canon Pixma the PG 545, yeah, I was right. I just double checked the PG 545 XL and the CL 546 XL, the tricolor. Me and these inks don't get along, so I actually don't. I hate it when somebody tells me a printer doesn't work. I feel sorry for the printer. I want it to make it work, but I actually don't like this printer, so I don't mind if you throw it against the wall and get a new one. But I can. Is it worth? Do you want me to put the ink prices in there just in case, or should I just? Yeah, yeah. I'll put everything in the email. One thing I will say very quickly before you go, so I've done this like I said for a long time, is I don't know if this will make sense, but I promise not to do your head in. Okay, so that's the one thing that I'm very well known for is I don't hassle, I don't badger, I don't pester. I just leave people to it. If they're interested, they get back to me. If they're not, no problem. But if ever you do use me, I never ring for an order. So I never ask how you are, how's your weekend, do you need anything? I'm actually the opposite. I spring into action when I'm needed. Does that make sense? Yeah. No, I appreciate that. I know you. Yeah. Yeah, of course I know. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I know they are. The pricing I've already been told. Well, I don't know what pricing you get from Dot Inc, but it's been confirmed that my pricing for the M404 is very competitive, and I did that without knowing their pricing, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, what were you going to say? Sorry. So you using .ink at the moment, and yeah, yeah, so I'm the opposite. So it's kind of like a different way of doing things with me. I think if it works for you, then it'll work out really well. But the onus is it's very risky what I do because the onus is on the customer to place the order. But the it sounds wishy-washy, Emma, but I look for the relationship, not the price. So as much as I want to come in and be cheaper than everyone else, I also see the value in what I can offer. So troubleshooting or like any issues delivery wise or what have you, I'm on it. Like my customer service skills have to be on point because I'm obviously against .ink. I'm against all the other Stinky Ink or Inkjets and toners, but I'm also against the online companies like Cartridge Save, Toner Giant, Cartridge People, and then I'm against the bigger companies like Viking and Staples and all the other ones. So to be honest, my environment is very, very competitive, and that's probably one of the reasons why I don't call to ask for orders because in 8 years of running my business and 16 years in total, I've never done it, and I don't think I ever will. I had a business manager come on the phone the other day, and straight away she said, "We don't need anything," and I actually said to her, "I didn't ask." I didn't ask if you did. I literally put words in my mouth. I didn't ask if you need anything because she was obviously so used to someone saying, "Do you need anything?" She just literally was she. It wasn't like she wasn't shouting at me, but she was basically saying, "Listen, we don't need anything." And I was like, I just wanted to send my price in. I didn't want to do anything more than that because at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like you said, there's a few hoops you've got to jump through. You've got to go to your franchise. I don't know the ins and outs of how the franchise works, but like you said, you've got to put it through someone else and they've got to approve it. You've got to come back, etc. So there is a bit of legwork your end. But in saying that, I'll send the email. If it's of interest, just get back to me when you're ready. There's no rush. Um, but thank you very much for taking my call. I do appreciate it. And if it's of any interest, just let me know and I'll put my name, Charles, and my contact details and prices. Is that okay? Brilliant. And can you say thank you to the person that passed me on to as well? Because without people like that, I wouldn't get through to people like you. So I do appreciate that. And I hope you have a nice day as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers, Emma. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hi, good morning, Luke. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Yeah, of course. My name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. Um, I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices on email. Would that be okay with yourself? Oh, thank you very much. What would the best email address be? 208, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Oh, perfect. I was going to ask as well, who shall I address the email to? Yeah, to the BM. Yeah, 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 perfect. I'll send it across now. I'll put my name Charles on it. I'll put a few prices on there just to hopefully be of interest. But thank you very much for your time and your help anyway. I do appreciate it. You too. Thank you very much, Luke. Cheers, mate. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Um, 8 minutes to go. I think I've done well. Hi, good morning. I was just looking for the BM, the business manager. Hopefully, very quickly, my name's Charles. I run my own independent ink business called SOS. I'm based in Cardiff. I was just looking for permission really to leave my contact details and my prices. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Bear with me. SALLY. Sorry, I know a lot about ink, but I only type with one finger. I I really want to call her Sal on the email, but I don't think I'll get through to her. So Sally, yeah, yeah, Romford McDonald's, yeah. Oh, perfect. Um, yeah, that perfect. That's what I'll do. I'll email Sally. I've got a generic quote that I send out anyway. It's got the two of the latest HP printers, the 4002, the LaserJet, the newest one, and the M404. Do you know which one you guys use? Is it one before it, or is it one of those two? If that makes sense. No. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that no, that sounds right. That's the newest one. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, it definitely does. I'm in terms of like getting to speak to her. So you recommend sending an email? Yeah, yeah. Because I want to tell her that I promise not to do a heading, but I don't put that line on an email because it looks a bit it looks a bit weird. If you I know it's a long shot to say, but I'll send the email now. But if anything comes about, like if she mentions maybe if I've called the store or something like that, my name's Charles. But if you maybe mention that I run my own company or something like that, I'll put it in the email obviously. But sending an email to someone you haven't spoken to is a bit tricky because they look at it and if I'm being honest, I try and make it stand out, but it's really hard to stand out. But I'll send over shortly, and thank you very much for your help and your time. I do appreciate it. Thank you. You have a good day as well. Bye bye. Bye bye. No, no, no. This is the G dickhead. uh, good morning, Sally. Done. One, two, three, four, five. Got another five done. Oh shit, am I staying? Or am I going? I don't know what I'm doing. It's not even in. No. Yes. Fuck. Fucking hell. Whew. Let's go. All right. Well, I'm thinking. I'm thinking I should head out. What do you think, Charles?